Hello there YouTube and welcome to some more Age of Empires games. This time we don't have Mega Random, but we have Rooster. Also a really nice map in my opinion, so let's see if we also can get some nice games. Now this time we have BacT versus Janik, two very strong players, both playing as the Britons. So if you don't know the map, Rooster it's a very specific map, but it is also, I would say, a hybrid map. Although you will see most players still go with the Grush, it is very possible to go on land as well. It's a bit risky, because it will take you some time to walk around. And if you look at this, it's not even that hard to wall Rooster at all. So, let's see. Let's hope for some nice crazy games, because sometimes you will see players go with land anyway. We'll have to see. So this map is part of the Heey map pack, and as far as I know, the Heey map pack is just a little bit more balanced than Mega Random. And well, you know, we will have to see. Let's see for ourselves. BacT is starting with 3 gold piles, all fairly close to his base, with yeah, his town center pretty much being right in between these 2 gold piles. And other than that, fairly nice, or I would say a nice wood line, but really close to the shoreline. And that is the problem with all of this map. Everywhere, wherever you are, it is close to the shoreline. So over at Janik's side, he has pretty much the same gold on both sides of his town center. And I would say, like imagine a lumber camp right here. It's a little bit small, a little bit cramped, but only a few palisades right here, and you would have a very nice little base that is fairly protected. Still, you know, with galleons and bracer, you would still be able to harass it from the shoreline. But other than that, pretty safe for some early harassment. So, like I said, these players are gonna go with a pretty standard galley rush, which means five guys on wood, and basically, you know, the rest just on wood. Janik here trying to attack a villager, but in Dark Age, I think I'm not entirely sure, but I think a villager wins from a scout. But in Feudal Age, however, definitely a scout wins because of the +2 attack on the scout. So actually I don't really know how good Britons are on water. Let's see, they don't have cannon galleon, although on Rooster that's not much of a problem. They do have careening and tridock. That's really nice. And as far as I know, they also have bracer. Yes, so that's good. Bracer, ballistics, of course, and chemistry. So other than no cannon galleon, pretty good civilization on water. Not necessarily any bonuses, but yeah, better than Aztecs. If I recall correctly, Aztecs don't even have galleon. But yeah, I'll check it out some other time. Let's see. Up times slightly in favor of BacT here. He is 9 minutes 26. So it's 21 seconds earlier than Janik, and that is that's pretty much. How do I say this? That's quite a lot. That's how I want to say it. Not only will BacT now win this scout fight, look at that, yes, just being up a little bit earlier, but also he can start to make galleys right away, whereas Janik, yeah, he's gonna be slightly behind, so he's got to be careful. Probably doesn't want to go forwards too fast now. On the other hand, he's already getting a 3rd dock down, and that is exactly what you expect from a water build. And BacT is kind of late there, so maybe this is the chance of Janik here to pull ahead. Although, nah, looking at his resources, yeah, he just can't keep up production from 3 docks. So not any particular advantage there for Janik, nor for BacT. So like I said, it's not really that hard to wall off, and that is exactly what Janik is gonna do here. Knowing that he's a little bit behind, you don't want to take any risks. And from now on it's gonna be, yeah, well, basically completely galley rushing. Let's see. I always like to see how these players micro these galleys so well. It's almost like dancing. Really nice to see. Okay, so, oh, I didn't have my main overlay on. And Janik is one villager ahead here. So that is nice, but he's also one fishing ship behind. So no real obvious advantages for either of the players. BacT here going with fletching first, and Janik will have to go back a little as he doesn't have fletching just yet. In terms of military, BacT is also a lot ahead. It's not entirely impossible to pull this back. Janik now only 2 behinds, but as far as I can see here, BacT's micro here is on point, and both of the players have a few low HP galleys. But yeah, BacT consistently 2 galleys ahead here. Janik trying to make a run for it. Still no action on the land, but at this point, if you invested into galleys like this, you're not gonna go landing. It's not even possible to have an economy to support this. Unless you would completely give up your water control, stop making galleys, try to go for a landing, but well, that wouldn't really make too much sense. So looking at this, Janik is doing a pretty good job here. I said it's not entirely impossible, and well, this Janik here is proving my point now. BacT 2 galleys ahead still, but that advantage is now going to Janik as Janik sniped a few of BacT's galleys. This was very risky though of Janik sending those lonely 2 galleys ahead. Yeah, BacT could have sniped those, but it's not happening. And there you go, Janik doing a really strong play here, going up to Castle H already. What about BacT? He is pretty close, but he's gonna be way behind. And I'm curious to see what my BacT is gonna do here, and knowing that he is 1 minute, like exactly 1 minute behind. Is he gonna GG right away, or is he gonna try some bold things here? You know, 1 minute, it's still possible to go back, because you can do fire galleys right away, whereas in HD you would still need to do the war galley upgrade, and only then can do fire ships. Here, if you're behind and your opponent only has like 3 or 4 galleys, I have seen this before, you can just, if you are in castle and you can tank things for long enough, you could just get a few fire galleys. But in this case, I don't know. There you go. Janik's got bot Canaro, war galley up. So unless BacT here, yeah, BacT's got to outrun Janik now. And galleys are just a little bit faster than war galleys. So yeah, there you go. BacT doing now war galley and bot can right away as well. And he will need to be careful here if he's messing up a few galleys right here. Wait for, and yeah, if he waits for these guys to become war galleys, he could go back. But looking at this, he's gonna be sneaky here. And why would he not? Look at this. This wood line is so close to the shoreline. Imagine all the damage that BacT can do here. And that is exactly what he's gonna do. Is Janik gonna notice? No, I don't think so. He was just getting his wood line cleaned up, but now it's getting cleaned up by BacT here. 3 villagers down already. Well played there by BacT, not deciding to go back, but instead just trying to be cheeky here and attack these villagers. 4 villagers down, and suddenly all like that, villager count the same. Nice move there by BacT. Alright, so still at home, not too many war galleys from BacT. I kind of missed, because I was looking at here, I kind of missed what happened over here. I do see one one body there, but I don't know if that is from these guys or not. The damage has been done. BacT will have to go back, or he can maybe try and snipe some villagers. Yeah, for sure. There you go. He's just trying to do all the damage he can, and yeah. Well, BacT is getting another dog, although he, looking at his resources, especially at his gold, he can't really keep up production just yet from 4 dogs. And he's getting a, that is of course, that is very important. He's getting another town center and another one. So he's gonna be on 3 town centers, whereas Janik, look at how small his base is. He is only on 2 town centers. So this is the moment for BacT to pull ahead, to make sure that these dogs keep producing, sending these guys back. This is kind of a waste here. They're just running, but yeah, what are they doing? Nothing much. I would say in that case, you know, it is a lost fight, so why not at least try to do some damage still on Janik's war galleys. In the meantime, Janik being, yeah, he's a good 4-5 military ahead, but still BacT is doing so much damage here on the economy of Janik. Really nice. Nicely timed there. As the war galleys were not at home, BacT creeped in and did do some damage. Let's see, can he take this fight? I don't think so, so this might be really tricky here for BacT. He's losing a lot of numbers here, and if he's losing all the war galleys on the water now, then it will be really hard to pull things back. There are no war galleys at home for BacT, so Janik, he could basically keep chasing these guys, and yeah, there you go. He's just going back. He doesn't even care. Or no, I should put that differently. He doesn't even need too many guys to get rid of these war galleys. And this is also very nice. Janik is not being too cocky here. You know, he does have the water control and he knows this, but still he's trying to do some action now on the land, and why not? Why not? He has all the control he needs. He sees that BacT is open, and BacT is also he's doing a monastery. He might try and convert some war galleys from the land, but he would need a lot of dogs. A lot of dogs to monks. He would need a lot of monks to pull that off. Janik doing all he can to harass BacT as much as he can, and succeeding in doing so. Look at this. He is yeah, the villagers are going down. BacT trying to get a siege workshop up. Ah, interesting. Ooh, how did he know? Did he know that? No, he didn't. He couldn't possibly know. So I do wonder what he's gonna do. Did he expect maybe Janik to go with archers? Well, whatever the case, it's a pretty nice timing. You could also use mangonels to defend from war galleys, but looking at where he's sending this, it's almost like magic, almost like he knew. Interesting. He should be careful though. He should be really careful. What is he doing with this mangonel? I'm so confused. Oh, look at this. He has Janik being cheeky here, getting crossbow. Just a few more crossbows in the economy of BacT. Interesting. Interesting. He is yeah, he's taking a very strong lead here with the water control, the land control now as well, and BacT is trying to, or he is going up to him, but what possibly could he do in Imperial? He could maybe get Galleon, defend from the water maybe, get Onager. Oh wait, he still has a few war guys up here in the north, so he could do some damage still. But other than that, what could he possibly do? Does he have, no, he doesn't have the resources to make a castle. I was like, maybe he's going forward to make a castle, but nope, that's not the case. And these pesky Britain crossbows, man, they do so much damage. It's impossible. And there you go. Just like that. Janik up to Imperial as well, and he's not gonna be that much behind. So now, let's see. BacT in Imperial. What is he gonna do? Yeah, Galleon, like I expected, and a few mangonels like this, so he can, or he should, deal with these guys. And if he keeps them under the town centers, it will be a lot harder for Janik, if not impossible, to do any more damage on BacT's economy. And with these galleons, and I mentioned, yeah, Bracer coming up real quick now as well. These villagers will need to run. They will need to run because the galleons are shooting. And what I said in the beginning as well, this is, look at how nice this wood line is here. It's even with Galleon and Bracer, it's, well, these villagers will go down, but with the castle right here, that's not really, or it's a little bit hard still to, yeah, to deal with vills. Alright, so Janik up to Imperial Age. What is BacT gonna do now? What is he gonna do? Is he gonna GG or not? Karina coming up for Gen... Oh, Horse Color. 41 minutes Horse Color. Very strong, Janik. Bracer Chemistry, all the sweet stuff. And I don't see any more Galleons now. Not anymore for BacT. So yeah. I don't see him doing anything right now. And these Breton crossbows, man, they have so much range. Incredible. Impossible to deal with. But still, it looks like BacT is trying. And gotta give credit to him for that. What about the... Yeah, man, he's so much behind. Even in villagers. He's behind the vills. Behind the military. I don't see any possibility whatsoever for BacT to, well, to do anything. Anything. Especially if Janik is gonna have Galleon, what vills can't be reached from the shoreline? Oh, interesting. Oh, I completely missed this. Wow. How did BacT get this? Nice. So maybe he can do, or at least try something. But it's gonna be really hard once more. What about the resources? His economy is really shaky, and he's 20 villagers behind. Although I would say 80 villagers would be enough to keep an economy up in Imperial Age, but there are some more problems. Why? Because Janik got a new castle, bam! So Longbowman coming up, no problem, and Longbowman even worse than Crossbowman. It's, if Crossbowmen are already impossible to deal with, look at all the bodies. BacT's gotta run now. Why is he even? What is his hope, man? What is he trying to do? Whoa! Whoa, that conversion really strong. Not doing much though. Not doing anything at all. One more monk, maybe one more conversion as well. Oh, interesting. Maybe I gotta slow down just a little bit. So BacT did somehow get a lot of galleons still. I don't think it's enough, even though he would get rid of all these dogs. Yeah, there you go. GG. GG call. Well played. Alright, hello there YouTube, and welcome to one more game of Rooster. This time we are playing with the Vikings. Aha, nice. The Vikings, of course, being the strongest water map or water civ there is. At least it is in AOC. In AOE or in HD that's not the case anymore, or at least it was in patch 4.7, as they didn't have fire galleys in the old patch. I think they fixed that in the new patch. But yeah, this is AOC, right? So AOC, hands down, Vikings, strongest water civ there is. So quick look at the map then. It should be already familiar if you watched the first game. Other than that, this is it should look familiar, but it's a little different than last game. Why? Because it looks like there is this time a lot more landmass to work with on the home base than there was last game. Remember last game there was like almost all the resources were harassable from the shoreline, but looking at this, this is a really nice wood line here for Janik. That's gonna be safe throughout the game. Well, unless it's gonna be like a really long game. And his gold also very safe. Won't get harassed. This one, however, it's a bit less secure. This one, same story. So going over to BacT then. He has his map is a little less, right? He will still have like this wood line, no problem. This wood line, no problem, but it's not gonna take too long until that's gonna be really close to the shoreline, just like this one and this one as well. This one as well. But that's all for a later game. His gold, not really that nice, especially this one. It's gonna be a bit hard to take, or you can't. I don't know how to call it. You know, you can't really get a lot of villages on there. This gold, a little better, still a bit close to the shoreline. But I would say Janik's got a better map here, that's for sure. Speeding all the way up because we know how a galley rush build is gonna go. We have BacT up to Feudal Age first, and Janik force dropping a little bit here and there, and he's gonna follow right after, a good 20 seconds behind. But still, it's not like we saw last game. That's not a game decider, not necessarily, depending on how the players play after. All right. So Janik running around a little bit more, trying to be a nuisance right here, and he trapped his own scout. That's a shame. Why? Because he would have had a chance maybe to snipe some vills in the later game, in the Feudal Age. But not anymore. GG that scout. 3 dogs coming up for BacT. Janik, in the meantime, he is on still dogs. On 2 dogs still. But his 3rd dog coming out already. Oh man, Janik is behind by a lot, I would say. It took a long time for him to get his 3rd dog out. But luckily he's defending, so now BacT will have to go back a little bit. Mass up some more galleys and start the galley rush. This is it, guys. There we go. Let's see some nice micro skills right here. At least so I hope. Last game, Janik proved to be a very strong water player. Really nice galley micro. Nice. These are little things, you know, where you should think about. Low HP galleys, if you can, just send it back and repair it. Repair it if you can, if you have the time. And micro, of course, for it. BacT doing exactly what I think Janik was trying to do here. Being a nuisance with his scout, running around trying to snipe some vills. Lonely villagers are fairly snipeable by Feudal Age scouts. So Viking versus Viking. Village account, the same military, yes. It's 2 ahead for BacT. As I already thought, he was up earlier, had his 3rd dog earlier as well. And let's see. Sniped 1 galley right there. Well done by Janik. And now... Oh wait, yeah, he's still behind. He's on 4 dogs. Ooh. Okay, 4 dogs might be a little bit too cheeky, or not cheeky, but greedy. Might be a little too greedy, I see. Well, you know, he's behind in wood right now, and he can't keep up production with 4, so I would say it's a wasted wood there. Unless he can... No, okay, there you go. His economy is a little bit stronger than I thought. Now keeping up production with 4. And in that case, he could definitely pull ahead. If he's not gonna waste his galleys right here. Look at this. Two galleys that are just so low on HP. He's gotta be careful with those. There you go, 1 down. Military count. Yes. BacT is still ahead there. But now with Janik on 4 dogs, he might get a slight advantage. BacT now getting his 4th dog as well. Going back and forth. What about fletching? Yes, fletching was already done. And BacT being the first one up to Castle H. And that is pretty significant. Ooh, this might be a very quick game here. Why? Because look at this. Janik. Not even close to... he's getting close to going up, but it will take him a long time, and maybe... Yeah, I think by the time BacT is up to Castle H, Janik might just be clicking up, and that is like a really, really big difference. Somehow Janik screwed up big time here. Or BacT just played it very well, I don't know. KD? What about the KD? It's 13 kills, 10 deaths. Yeah, it's a little bit better, but I wouldn't say that's that much difference. It's interesting. Interesting how the difference can be so big. Maybe... yeah. Look at that. BacT sold his stone. Aha. That is actually a very good, very smart from BacT. Don't really need it anyway. And now Janik is gonna take the fight. Why? Because, you know, BacT is gonna do War Galley. So... Janik, he's not even clicking up. This might as well be the GG, unless he... Yeah, there you go. Janik's saying GG, no chance anymore. Even if he would have gone on land, he would have lost the water. And on Rooster losing the water, it's basically losing the game. GG.